Have you ever wondered why a single glance at a person's face can reveal so much about their emotions? Why does our brain interpret a furrowed brow as worry or a wide smile as happiness? Today, we delve into these questions and more with Dr. Freitas-Magalhães, a world-leading expert in the science of facial expression and emotion. Dr. Freitas-Magalhães, could you explain to us how the brain interprets facial expressions? Dr. FM. Certainly, our brains are equipped with a complex network of neurons that are specifically dedicated to recognizing and interpreting facial expressions. When we see a face, these neurons fire up and send signals to different parts of the brain, which then interpret these signals as different emotions. Fascinating. And how does this relate to our ability to empathize with others? Dr. FM. Well, our ability to understand and share the feelings of others, also known as empathy, heavily relies on our ability to read facial expressions. When we see someone expressing an emotion, our brain not only recognizes this emotion, but also tries to replicate it. This is why we often feel happy when we see someone smiling, or sad when we see someone crying. Incredible. Could you tell us more about the connection between facial expressions and emotions? Dr. FM. Absolutely. Facial expressions are our primary means of communicating emotions. When we feel an emotion, our brain sends signals to our facial muscles, causing them to move in ways that express this emotion. For instance, when we feel happy, our brain tells our facial muscles to lift up the corners of our mouths, resulting in a smile. That's really insightful. Now, are all facial expressions and their corresponding emotions universal? Dr. FM. While there are some cultural variations, research has shown that basic emotional expressions, such as happiness, sadness, fear, surprise, anger, disgust, contempt, and pain are universally recognized. This suggests that these expressions and their corresponding emotions are hardwired into our brains, regardless of culture or upbringing. That's truly fascinating, Dr. Freitas-Magalhães. To conclude, could you summarize the key points of our discussion? Dr. FM. Of course. First, our brains have a complex network of neurons dedicated to recognizing and interpreting facial expressions. Second, our ability to empathize with others heavily relies on our ability to read these expressions. Third, facial expressions are our primary means of communicating emotions. And finally, basic emotional expressions are universally recognized, suggesting they are hardwired into our brains. Thank you, Dr. Freitas-Magalhães, for sharing your insights on this intriguing topic. It's fascinating to think about how our brains, faces, and emotions are all intricately connected in ways that are deeply ingrained in our biology and evolution. Until next time, keep pondering the wonders of the human mind and its incredible ability to interpret the world around us.